Up this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Down these two. Attack!
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9 from the 44. Here's Pacheco once again. The 20, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, So on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now Brown. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 40 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff now for Pacheco. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Here's Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, I'm 133. Watch out.
Mayfield looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. The game up there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. From the gun, Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mayfield off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mayfield down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Hey, Ripley!
Now here's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Irving. They find some open field here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 180! What's up?
Now Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
More yards. Buccaneers. 1st down.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half.
Buccaneers 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A run up the middle with Irving. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now here's a fake on the jet sweepers. They'll go instead with Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
And Mahomes will do it himself. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard
They try with Pacheco. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
He's across midfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up
Second and 5. Again, it's Pacheco. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Pacheco once more. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop him for no gain for the second straight play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play.
And this time he is in. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That's the score. Chiefs 31, Buccaneers 24. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Play fake. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Running out of the gun with White. And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
I can't help but laugh, and the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting started.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
This is Pacheco. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run with Pacheco. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score, Chiefs 38, Buccaneers 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He may go. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, they go back to the checkout. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A gain of 12. First down.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mayfield on play action. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now Brown, he lost the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always...
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
180. Real.
Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Here's 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A big play here. 3rd and 2. Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Butker on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
that ties the game. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. That's complete to Otten. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
133, 180, up.
Here's Baker. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a big 6.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
Run.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll run for it. This is White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Bucs trying on 4th down but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it will quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Regular.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Open man is Ibuka. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Baker going to give it to Irving. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered.
And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. McLaughlin for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. following the touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Attack!
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, Jimmy's and the Joes.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Mahomes to throw it. Mahomes will do it himself. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Yellow!
Running left to give to Pacheco. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Pacheco is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And this time, he is in. So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. This is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Conversion.
Yellow. Back in. Crotch. Hey, 57 color. Attack, attack! Right side! Right side! Right side!
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it into the end zone. But a flag down here, and I think they're going to get another shot at this.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
15. Hey, 57, 57. Right side. Right side. Right side.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Butker now to add the extra point. And his kick is right through.
That ties the game. Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
He's got room past the 30.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Good. Hey, alert. 180. Pistol. What's that?
Mayfield to throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.